Hello, guys. Welcome back. All right, guys, things are getting damn interesting. Dallas Wings #1 pick Azzi Fudd from the University of Connecticut, UConn, has something to say about CaitlinClark, and now the internet is running wild with it. The comments are spreading fast, and you know this controversy isn't going away anytime soon. But that's not all. CaitlinClark is making the Indiana Fever's offense look absolutely unstoppable when she's given freedom to run the damn show. Meanwhile, Stephanie White needs to stop interfering and let Clark play her game. Seriously, take a damn nap during the offense and stop constantly talking to CaitlinClark. There is a hell of a lot to unpack here, so let's get into it. Let's get right into this. Here we got an article here on hottakes.com, or whatever the actual site is. Please confirm the outlet name. It wasn't clear. Okay, where it says, #1 pick Azzi Fudd drops candid take on CaitlinClark's WNBA dominance. Now we have to see where this is going to go. You know, there's been a lot of haters nonstop since CaitlinClark has entered this league. We already know how it is. Okay, so we have to get into what Azzi Fudd had to say. All right, here it says, watching CaitlinClark dominate the WNBA is one thing, but seeing it through the eyes of a top draft pick, Azzi Fudd, brings a whole new perspective. Okay, here it says, selected as the #1 overall pick in the 2026 WNBA draft by the Dallas Wings, Azzi Fudd has also been under huge pressure, and she hasn't had the best of luck, finding herself sidelined for the rest of the 2026 WNBA season after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on her right knee. Now, we all know, listen, I think Fudd's a good player. I never felt like she should have been a #1 pick. I would have taken Olivia Miles any day of the week over her. I would have taken any day of the week over her. Fudd's a good player. She shouldn't have been the #1 pick. It is what it is. Now, let's get into what she actually had to say here. It says, off the court, Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd confirmed their romantic relationship, building on the bond they forged during their collegiate championship run. That background includes head-to-head battles against CaitlinClark, giving Fudd first-hand experience of competing against her at the highest level. And despite the outside noise on Clark and what WNBA players think of her, Fudd kept it real classy. Now, we know a lot of these players was haters, talking about she's the 11th, the 12th best guard, all of this stuff. Just complete nonsense and jealousy. Okay, here it says, Azzi Fudd gives CaitlinClark her flowers in the WNBA. Some players' egos wouldn't allow them to give props to CaitlinClark, but Azzi Fudd kept it 100% real in her assessment of the WNBA superstar. When we say superstar, we mean superstar of the highest order. Here it says, speaking with WFAA on YouTube, she said, honestly, I feel like Caitlin is similar to how she was in college. What she's doing is difficult to see her create the way that she is, to hit the shots she's hitting, to play with poise. It's impressive. Debuting for the Dallas Wings against Clark's Indiana Fever, Fudd scored her very first WNBA basket on a corner three-pointer directly over a closing-out Clark. Though Fudd played limited minutes off the bench and logged just 3 points, her Wings pulled off a thrilling 107-104 victory. Clark delivered a solid 20-point effort, but missed a game-tying 3. So, Azzi Fudd had nothing but good things to say about CaitlinClark, which is nice. It seems like some of the younger generation is not acting like the hater WNBA vets who are upset that the league did not blow up because of them. They blew up because of CaitlinClark, you know? So for her to say, hey, she's doing a lot of the things she was doing in college. It's really difficult to see her create the way she is, hitting these shots she's hitting, playing with poise. CaitlinClark is really, really impressive. So Azzi Fudd with nothing but good things to say about CaitlinClark. So respect to Azzi Fudd for not being a bitter hater like 95% of this league. Yeah, it is what it is. Now, Yahoo Sports is diving into CaitlinClark's dominance and whether she's turning the Indiana Fever's offense into an absolute nightmare for opponents. And honestly, the answer seems pretty damn clear. The offense can be unstoppable when Stephanie White gets the hell out of the way. When White arrived, the damn assignment should have been simple. Fix the defense and let Caitlin run the offense. Nobody asked for that Connecticut Sun-style system. Nobody wanted a hub offense, a center pretending to be the point guard, or CaitlinClark shoved into the small forward role. So why the hell are they overcomplicating everything? Caitlin is at her best with the ball in her hands, creating chaos and controlling the game. Stop the idiotic experimentation and let the damn superstar cook.
Screens were set for Caitlin. It was around an average of 27 feet in the prior two matchups, or prior two games heading into this was around 24, 25, somewhere in that range. And so I think with Chicago trying to lean into more of the full court pressure, you got more of those high early drag screens. First possession of the game was Caitlin getting the high screen with a flattened floor, getting to her left and getting to a three. And it's like, okay, well, this might be the tone. Season high 22 drives for her as well. So I think just the early screens kind of perked up her aggression overall. That just kind of led to a consistent attack from her.
Just to bounce off what Makayla said, I think there was a consistent aggression. I thought it was good for Indiana to kind of have that first half. It's kind of been a little bit tough the last couple games after this hot stretch, but CaitlinClark being able to just kind of explore the space, get downhill, get to her spots, and then mixing in the threes. And when the three ball is going, it's a really tough blend to deal with. She attacks space, she's working to get downhill, she'll hit you, but then that sidestep, that step back is always ever present, and the passing will always stick out. So I think there was just a command that CaitlinClark had in this game that really built throughout it.
I mean, just that shot right there. She's absolutely lethal. And obviously her sophomore season was cut short due to injury, but now we see CaitlinClark being, a key cog of the best offense in the WNBA. She now has more career games with 30-plus points and 10-plus assists than every other player in WNBA history combined, which is absolutely absurd. Nakais, we'll start with you. How have you seen Caitlin's game evolve this season?
I think it's the downhill comfort, because I think one of the more fun subplots of the CaitlinClark experience has been how teams have tried to treat her. In year one, we're putting two on the ball all the time. In year two, even through the injury cut short season, it was, okay, we're not going to trap you as much. We're just going to switch a bunch and let's see what you do with that. In year three, there's been more of a mix of coverages, and that's largely because Caitlin is doing a better job of diagnosing things. If you don't trap her, she's become such a good driver, and she's become such comfortable in the middle of the floor and getting some mid-range shots that you can't really play drop against her. And like the switches, she's doing a better job of picking those apart. Now you ramp the pressure back up, that unlocks the playmaking. And so just her being able to be more comfortable inside the arc and diagnose coverages, those have probably been the two biggest things for me for how she's grown this year.
Yeah, it's just the comfort. I think you've seen just an idea and an ability to get to her mid-range jump shot a lot more, to feel comfortable driving and hitting first, not just like a push-off till I get to a step back. No, I might hit you, try to get this little right-hand flip shot going. And so being able to have a little bit more wiggle, being able to have a little bit more comfort, and having counters to what defenses want to do, as Nakayla said, I think is what has allowed her to just kind of progress and stay strong throughout this season.
All right, before I ask this question, I just want to be transparent here. Part of the reason I love listening to Dunker Spot is because y'all make smart basketball sound so effortless. I just want to be in the group chat with you, and I want you guys to give me the answers to all the tough questions. But here's the problem. It's a little like when I cheated in calculus in high school. It's going to sound too good. You just got, just dumb it down a little bit for me when you give me the cheat code, because y'all talking ball makes me happy. All right, so
Now, here's where things get seriously frustrating for Indiana Fever fans. Those so-called high screens involving Aliyah Boston aren't even real screens. Boston barely makes contact, slips out almost immediately, and seems more focused on getting the basketball herself. Meanwhile, Makayla Timpson, Monique Billings, Mercedes Russell, and Myisha hines-allen actually set physical screens, roll hard, and create space for CaitlinClark. That difference is damn obvious. And the craziest part? Stephanie White herself admitted that when CaitlinClark is acting like the maestro and dictating everything, Indiana is at its best. Then what the hell happened? She immediately started moving away from that formula and turned Aliyah Boston into a damn point guard. It makes absolutely no sense. If Aliyah Boston wants to be the hub, fine, but set real screens, roll hard, run the floor, and stop trying to bring the ball up every possession. Otherwise, get the hell out of the way and let Makayla Timpson or Myisha hines-allen handle those responsibilities. Because when Boston refuses to hand the ball to Caitlin, refuses to set legitimate screens, and clogs everything up, the Fever are screwed. At this point, some fans would rather see Boston on the damn bench if it means Caitlin can finally run the offense properly. And Caitlin's development makes this even more interesting. During her rookie season, she rarely looked at anything inside the three-point line unless she was attacking the rim. Forget the 10-foot runner, floater, push shot, or mid-range jumper. She was driving straight into the bigs every damn time. But now, her mid-range game has completely changed the equation. That space between the paint and three-point line has become another weapon, and it has elevated Caitlin into the conversation with Paige Bueckers and Courtney Williams as one of the league's most dangerous mid-range shooters. That's why the formula seems so damn simple. Give CaitlinClark the ball, let her dictate, and stop overcoaching the hell out of the offense. Stephanie White needs to recognize what works instead of constantly reinventing something that isn't broken. And then there's Azzi Fudd, who has had nothing but glowing things to say about CaitlinClark. That's a positive sign and adds another fascinating layer to this whole conversation. So what do you think? Is Stephanie White overcomplicating the Indiana Fever's offense? Should Aliyah Boston focus on screening, rolling, and finishing instead of functioning as the hub? Or are fans being way too damn critical? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and share the channel.